Guys, it is time for my 30,000 subscriber Q&A. Now, before we get into the actual Q&A, couple things to go over. Yes, I have a cold, that's why I sound a little bit weird. Also, I want to thank Elena for the crazy weird artwork on this video, the thumbnail. She designed that, she's a good friend of mine, and it's kind of crazy and weird like myself, so it suits very much. And one last thing would be that 30,000 subscribers at the end of November, like not even full at the end of November. That is insane because my goal for this year was 20,000. We started the year with 5,000. It took me like 6 months to get to 5,000 subscribers, I think it was, on this channel. That is absolutely insane, and let's see if we can get to 100k at the end of 2015. I think that's going to be my goal because I like to set these goals. I hope we're at 100k at the end of the next year. Anyway, let's get into the video. So, Q&A, are you ready? These questions are from you guys in the comments section of my changes video, and also on Twitter, I asked you guys to tweet me some questions. Let's get into the questions. Super Speeders 77 said, are you a cat or a dog person? Well, I find myself to be a cat person only for the fact that they are much easier to control, if that makes sense, because you don't really need to. You don't need to teach them stuff. You basically just make them live and you feed them and they go outside and then they clean themselves. I would much prefer if my cat would actually pay attention to me, not when I've just got food in my hand, but I like both. I just prefer cats because they're just easier. Another question from Ender1770. He said, how did this YouTube business impact your life? So, YouTube can impact people in different ways. I mean, I'm not a huge person on YouTube at the moment. I mean, not in the slightest. I'm on 30,000 subscribers, which is a lot of people. But in YouTube terms, when PewDiePie is at 34 million, I think he is, you know, this is not really a massive number. But it's crazy that this is me that is able to do this, because I was always the kind of person that was laughed at school, kind of shy and everything. So it's incredible because it allows me to do something that I enjoy doing, like explaining things, sharing information about a game, for example, like telling you what this feature is, and I can basically make a living from that. And hopefully I'll be able to even more so in the future, and that is an incredible feeling for doing something you love and getting paid for it. Honestly, that is an amazing feeling. But at the beginning, I actually started YouTube really at school, and monetization didn't come into it until I'd say 2 years ago. And before that, I was just uploading kind of random videos of me and my friends, or me talking about games, and thinking I was doing very well at about 100 subscribers for a few 3 or 4 years, I'd say. So it's crazy how far I've come. Marcus Kunis, I believe his name is, what is your ultimate favourite car? Now, that's kind of difficult because there's a few cars that I really, really like, but if there's one car I would like to have before I finish my life, basically, it would be the Skyline R34, because that thing is an absolute monster around, all-wheel drive, insane stability, looks absolutely beautiful. I really fell in love with that car on Too Fast Too Furious, and I've never disliked it since. So I'd say that's my ultimate car, but I also really, really want to sit in a P1 one day, just sit in it, not even drive it, even if it's just a shell. The P1 is a fantastic car. Okay, here we have a question from Colorcross, is it? This question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you hyped for the crew? So, I would say on the E3 reveal, so where I saw customization and stuff in 2013, that would have been June, July, something like that. That was 11, and it's gone up 1 every day since then. Anyone want to do the math? Because I can't be bothered. Scott York asked me, Panther, will you be doing more content with other YouTubers? And the answer is yes, my friend. I want to be doing a lot of content with a lot of other people. You know, there's obviously Slaptrain that I've wanted to do videos with for quite a while. Obviously, I've been doing videos with AR12. I did them with EK. I've done them with Straight Up Hippo, Mr. Magnificent Media. And I just basically want to do videos with as many people in this community as I possibly can. Because, well, I like playing games with other people. It's, you know, basically we become friends and we play the games together and we just basically upload them. It makes it more fun and an easier process, basically. So yeah, I'd like to see me doing content with other YouTubers, and hopefully we can do that kind of thing soon. Okay, so this is from Saif Hussein, or is it Sayaf? I'm not exactly sure. I'm very bad at names pronouncing, by the way. I should probably mention that right now on YouTube. I'll probably be able to mention about 1 out of 10 names. So, anyway, he said, will you be covering any Far Cry 4 content, and who was your first sub? P.S. You're my favourite YouTuber and deserve so much more subscribers. That honestly means a lot to me. Like, hearing that, it just feels so incredible. Like, I've seen a lot of comments recently from people saying, hey Theo, you know, you are doing this really well. I'm really enjoying your content, my favourite YouTuber. It's insane to think that, because to think of how many millions of YouTubers there are and you're saying I am, it's Anyway, to your question, Far Cry 4 content. Yes, I've done a video, actually, one video on my second channel. I did say I was going to do a lot of content on my second channel, and the thing is, I mostly play racing games, so I've mostly been doing racing game content, but I will be doing more Far Cry 4 as soon as I get into it myself on my second channel, so check out that second channel if you haven't already. And who was my first subscriber? I think my first subscriber was probably myself, because this was the LeftTriggerUK at the beginning, and I set up the account and subscribed to it. I told all my friends that were going to be involved to subscribe to it. So I subscribed first, I think. So yeah, that was me, probably, which is kind of sad, really. And thanks very much for your question anyway, and thanks for the kind remark about being your favourite. Nathan RX7 said, was there anyone on YouTube who inspired you to start making videos? Now, this could be taken in a couple of ways, because who inspired me to start making videos? Really, there weren't any racing YouTubers that I was aware of, except Tomcat when I first started doing racing only, I believe. And really, I didn't really have one inspiration. It was mainly just because I really enjoyed the idea of making videos and seeing the comment section and, you know, seeing the feedback and that sort of thing. And it must have been really Kevin, if you don't know him, you search him up, you'll see. He does Minecraft, he did the Call of Duty How to Annoy, that sort of thing. He really kind of made me want to begin it. Really, I can't remember, like, I don't know a lot of people because I don't really watch a lot of them anymore, because, you know, when you make videos, it takes up a lot of time, so you don't get a lot of time to watch other people's. But it was basically a lot of people that I'm subscribed to that, you know, really just made me begin to want to make videos myself. But when it comes to today, really, it's everyone, because when you watch other people's videos, you kind of get inspirations from other people. You know, really anyone, as I said, anyone from the racing community, I take inspiration from all of them, and you know, I don't mean I copy them, but in the sense that I see how they do something, and I'll take it and make it in my own style. You know, it's a way to, it's way innovation works, basically, and I think, really, you can get inspired by anyone. For example, I've got inspiration from someone I don't even really like that much, in Ali A. You know, it's like, you can get inspiration from anyone, really. It's just putting your own style on it. For example, Ali A doesn't really upload the crew, does he? So, yeah. Magnumless Paul, he said, muscle cars old or new? Now, I would say I like more older muscle cars. They just all have this really unique style that I absolutely love. But I also like new muscle cars. New muscle cars, mainly the Charger, I think it is, looks kind of like, you can tell it's a muscle car, whereas the Camaro, it looks like a muscle car, but it kind of looks more like a sports car kind of thing, you know. But I like the new ones, I like the old ones. If I could have an old one, it would be a 1969 Camaro. But I would be very happy with a 2013-2014 Camaro, because those things look pretty damn nice as well. Joshua Boss asked me, how old are you? Funny little thing I want to add on to this, I actually forgot how old I was for a day, a few months ago, actually. I forgot how old I was. Was I, am I 18? Am I 19? I can't remember, but no, I'm 19, and I'm going to be 20 on January 4th. That is my birthday, but, yeah. Question from Martin Angelov. He said, congrats on 30k, thank you very much. And he said, why do you reply to comments very, very rarely? Now, I reply to comments probably more so than a lot of people. Problem is, I can't reply to every single comment, because you know how long that would take me? You know, if anyone's got a question, or if anyone's trying to, you know, ask about a game, or ask about something in the video, or makes a funny comment, I kind of reply to them. If your comment doesn't get a response, you probably will eventually get a response in the future. The problem is, I can't reply to hundreds and hundreds of comments, because I've released 2 videos a day that get at least, I'd say, 60 to 100 comments. if I replied to all of those, I could have spent that time making new videos for you guys, you know. But I would say interact with the community more so than a lot of people, and that's something that I really, really will do until the very end. So, sorry that I didn't reply to your comments if you haven't seen me reply, but if I have replied to your comments, then there you go. Rob Hill asked me, what is your favourite racing game of all time? And I'd say at the moment, it's actually Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005, not the new Criterion one. I really enjoyed that because, well, it just had an intense story, it had an amazing car for the Focus car, which is insane, the amount of customization, and as I said, having the story, and it was basically a really good game overall. I'm pretty sure if you've played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Daniel Wilkins said, do you play FIFA or have you ever done? Yeah, I play FIFA. I played it. I played FIFA 98, I think it was on the PS1, I believe. I'm not too sure. But no, I don't play FIFA. I don't like football, anything like that. So I'm not really a fan of watching sports on TV. Not even F1, not even anything like that. Just I much prefer to just sit down, play games in my spare time. Maybe I watch a few TV shows, but no sports stuff. And that wasn't even your question, but I thought I'd elaborate. So Hans Leaf, I believe it is. He said, are you a millionaire? Now, I wish the answer was yes. I wish I could say that I get lots and lots of money and I'm swimming in money and I could buy every new thing that I ever want, because I really, really wish I could. But that's not the case. No, I'm not a millionaire, not even bloody close. But I enjoy what I do, so that's what keeps me going. And obviously you guys responding to me in the comment section, that sort of thing. So I'm not a millionaire. Maybe one day, if I come up with some insane invention, but no, I'm not, very much not. Boris Frank RC said, why did you get a wheel for the PS4 and not the Xbox One? So let's answer this first. Basically, I got a wheel for the PS4 because I mainly play on the PlayStation 4. I'm mainly a PlayStation gamer. I played the PS3 and owned a 360 for a couple of months throughout the beginning of the generation for the 360. But yeah, I've always been a PlayStation guy, and I plan to get all my games on the PlayStation, so it makes sense, and I can also use it on the PC. May get a wheel for the Xbox One eventually, but I'm looking into a device that'll help me use my wheel on the Xbox One, so I don't have to fork out another 300 quid for a wheel. But yeah, so most of my games are going to be bought on the PS4, so that kind of makes sense. He said, my favourite car, kind of already answered that question, it's probably say the R34. He said, thank you for the awesome content, I enjoyed a lot. That honestly means a lot, so thank you very much for that end bit there. Thank you for your question. LOL Tiger said, can you do a setup soon? Because it's been almost a year since you did the last one. So I will do another setup video very soon. I've got some new additions to the setup, that sort of thing. And the thing is, I've got a few things planned that I want to add to my setup. So it kind of makes sense for me to wait a little bit, get those things, and then do the setup video. So I will be probably doing one this year, don't worry. But we'll have to wait and see when I get those new things. Brock Lesnar asked me, what happened to Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 videos, episode 13. Also, congrats on 30k, been here since the BMW vs Blacklist videos. That means a damn lot, because you've been here since 2012, really, then, I think? Something like that, which is crazy. If not 2013, which is still absolutely insane. But anyway, getting onto it. So your question was, what happened to Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005? So the series kind of just stopped because I wanted to do newer games. And, well, it didn't stop because of that. It stopped because it stopped working. The game didn't launch on my PC. I've actually got it working, but at the minute I've got a lot of stuff I want to cover. I mean, The Crew's just about to come out, and obviously got Forza Horizon 2, and then in the early of the year we've obviously got Project Cars, and it's a good time for racing games, and there's a lot of new stuff, so I'm pretty sure you guys and a lot of other people will want to see the new stuff. I want to play the new stuff along with you, so I want to kind of do the new stuff, and eventually when there is time to do the old stuff, I'll do the old stuff, and we'll enjoy it, and we'll all be like, yes, this is how we used to roll back in the day. Now, I'm going to butcher your name, just to say. Sandhua Beryl, is that your name? Hopefully I said that right. If I did butcher it, I am really, really sorry. So he said, what is the most hated car in the world? Let's say that again. What is your most hated car in the world? I've got to say it with the emphasis on the world. P.S. Tell me it's not a 911. Now, it's not a 911. It would actually be, I don't know, it'd probably be a Bugatti Veyron. Honestly, I hate the car. I really, really do. But I like it in the same sense because it's so luxurious and so... It's a very well-built car. But that makes me hate it even more. I don't know why, that's just my logic in my brain. But if it's not a Bugatti Veyron, it probably would be a Porsche 911. Sorry. Laurent Duval said, should I buy the Crew? Yes. Dennis6210 said, do you have any advice for starting a YouTube channel around cars, racing games in general? I really want to start, but I don't know what the best way to do it. Basically, look at how you play that game and incorporate it in a way that people would enjoy the video for the longest time, I guess. So if you mess about making silly cars, then make videos about you messing about making silly cars, and, you know, do some other stuff as well. Basically, if you have an idea and you know you can do it consistently, upload 2-3 times a week. Start with that, start with something small, see how you do, you know, maybe upload every weekend, just, you know, have a bit of fun, play around until you find something that does very well, and just keep doing more of that. Deathpants64 said, what is your favourite non-driving game of all time? Now, honestly, I'd say GTA 5, and if you want me to say, you know, San Andreas, I can say that as well. Those two basically games are on par, because San Andreas was the one of my childhood, and now is the one of, you know, GTA 5 is now the one of now. But I also enjoy Ratchet & Clank. That's probably really up there as well. It's hard to say because I play a lot of varied games, but I'd probably say GTA 5 in total is my favourite. Tarox, I believe is your name, he said, what is your favourite genre of music at the moment and your favourite track? So my favourite genre of music at this moment in time would probably be trap. That's what I listen to mostly. Really anything trap. I don't like it in where it's kind of a pop song made into trap. I really like the hip-hop based songs, like, you know, your Dr. Dre and your Snoop Dogg's, and maybe even your Eminem's, which I don't even like Eminem that much, but I like the trap music with Eminem in it. It's really weird. But yeah, that's probably that, and I'm mainly into hip-hop and that sort of stuff, so that's mainly where my intro music and stuff style comes from as well. Woofy Hound said, can you explain to me and your other 2,999 subscribers how your channel got started and how you became what you are today? I would really like to know, mate. 1,000. Basically, I did what I enjoyed and kept doing what I enjoyed, and people liked it and subscribed because I put a lot of effort in. So thank you to those 30,000 plus now. David O said, this isn't much of a question, but tell us more about you. We honestly don't know much. So basically, I live in Grimsby. It's not a nice place. I'm not from a very rich family. Well, one side's a bit better off than the other, but I basically live on the side where it's not so great. I like games, I like cars, I like cats, and pizza. That's about it. That's me. I'm pretty boring, really, but that's me. Griffy Must said, what would you do if you found out you'd won the Speed Points lottery? I'd be really pissed off because it's not the proper lottery. Burning Rubber 001 said, are you a scrub, a peasant, an ogre lord, oh dear, or a pleb? I'd say I'm a bit of a pleb, really. Chris Kennedy said, if you could live anywhere else, where would you live? Honestly, I want to eventually live in London because London is just a beautiful city. And it's so big, and there's a lot of things to do, and it's easy to get anywhere from London. So basically, yeah. But if I could live absolutely anywhere, it would probably be some major city in America. I'm not sure. Maybe Miami. Miami is beautiful. Question from Team Horizon. How old were you when you started YouTube, and how old are you now? So I started YouTube when I was probably in year 8. Really uploaded to Crackle, which was on the PSP, and then I started uploading a couple of videos every month to YouTube. And that was when I must have been about 10 or 11, something like that. It's crazy. So I didn't take it seriously for years and years and years. Now I uploaded it for the fun of it until the past 2 years, and where I took it really seriously. I was like, this could be something I could do. Issa or Isa Anderson said, what is your dream job? I'm honestly doing it now. I really am. Kieran Townley said, if you had to work for one racing game maker, who would it be? Now, I would probably really love to work at Ivory Tower at the moment, or Rockstar Games. Those are my 2 favourite studios at the moment. Really love them. But I honestly wouldn't mind working for Ghost as long as I had some form of control over what the bloody hell they're doing. K Moore the Scrub said, can I ask a question? Yes, you can. Not very useful. Isaiah Ferris, hopefully I said your name right, said, BlackPanthaa, what would you rather do? Smoke Boost SP and go drifting with Craig Sullivan for a day, or own a Porsche? I'd own a Porsche, sell it, and get a bloody car. It's rather drive. Okay, I wouldn't really rather drive a car than a Porsche, but yeah. He also said, if you look at your old videos and compared them to the newer ones, would you say you've improved over the year? Bloody hell yes. If you look back at your old videos, honestly, go back to your own old videos if you're a YouTuber. A year ago is a very dark place. I mean, I went back to some for the announcement of the crew, and good lord, I sounded the most boring person on the planet. Thankfully, I'm not as boring. I'm just not the most boring anymore. Hopefully. I hope. Another question from him. Do you have a girlfriend at the moment? Yeah. I pull all the girls. I'm so alone. And that is the Q&A done and dusted for the 30,000 subscribers. If you did see your question on here, well done. If you didn't, that's mainly because it tied in with someone else's question, or I didn't really want to answer every single question, make the video go on for such a long time. But anyway, hopefully you did enjoy this Q&A. If you did, give it a like. As always, it really means a lot to me. And really, hopefully we can hit 100k by 2015. Other than that, I think we're pretty much done here, guys. Don't want to make it go on too much longer than it really needs to. But as I said, thank you ever so much to every single person that is watching this video and has subscribed to my channel. There's a lot more to come. Peace.